The moment we all came for. The moment we all came for. It's in the title. Yeah, I saw it. It said it. Batman versus 20 Gotham criminals. Jubilee parody. I gotta see what the fuck is going on with this shit because I was like scrolling through YouTube. I'm trying to fix my playlist and everything and stuff. And then I noticed, oh, Batman versus 20 Gotham. And I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck? And it only got 99K views 5 days ago. Nobody know about this? Shit, I'm about to put y'all niggas on. Cause what the fuck?
I'm Batman, and today I'm surrounded by 20 of Gotham's worst criminals.
Actually,
Today I'm surrounded by
who do we
20
got?
of Gotham's.
We got Joker. We got Cat. Let's see if we can name all of them, right? We got Joker. We got Catwoman. We got. I'm positive that's Scarecrow. We got Bane. I think that's Two-Face. That's not Two-Face. Let me see. Yeah, that's Two-Face. Got the Red Hood. If you want to categorize him as a villain, he technically is, but if you want to categorize him, you got Penguin. I see Mr. Freeze. I see Raish. I see Victor Zsasz. I see Riddler, Harley. Fuck. I think that's like a Court of Owl representative or some shit like that. And obviously Killer Croc is over there. I just can't name like who this nigga is, and who this nigga is. And technically who these two are, but we're gonna find out though. Like
Worst criminals.
we're gonna find
People
out.
love to say Gotham is too far gone. They're wrong. My first claim is that Gotham isn't beyond saving. If we fight back, if we bring real justice, this city can heal.
Now chat. Who you think's gonna sit in the chair first? Oh wait, it just spoiled.
The city can heal if we fight back? I was the one fighting back. I was the best Gotham had to offer. And what did the city do? It didn't heal me. It burned
This city
me.
broke you, Harvey, and that's a tragedy, I understand. Gotham hurt me too. The difference, Harvey, is the choice.
Choice?
You surrendered to the
There is no choice in Gotham. It's all luck. You think you forged your will? You were chosen.
Fact check with a K. Philosophically, determinists would agree our choices are changed. That says shape. Why I say change? Are shaped by chance and circumstance. But that doesn't deny personal responsibility. So his statement is technically half true, which in fairness makes perfect sense coming from him. I mean, he technically isn't wrong though.
It's all luck. You
That's
think
what
you
fact check
forged
said,
your
but
will? You were chosen,
Yeah.
same as me. We are just two random outcomes of the same toss.
You're right, Harvey.
Ooh.
Luck's impartial, but impartial isn't justice. Justice isn't blind to who we are or what we've done.
Justice can be twisted. It always ends up serving one side.
Your coin doesn't care if a man's guilty or broken. It just lands.
Luck doesn't play
Damn.
favorites. With chance, half the criminals get what they deserve. Half the wealth finds its way back to the people. Maybe half the system stays corrupt.
Recent data shows Gotham's police corruption levels are indeed split 50-50. Half work for criminals, half for our criminals.
But at least it's honest about it. And that's
I always love the depictions of Gotham trying to distinguish how twisted the city really is when it comes to trying to find like a common ground of justice versus criminality. And it's like the comic books, they always get it right just because it's the comic books. There's so many issues, so many chapters, so many, lines of dialogue that explains things. But when we come to like other adaptations, like other forms of media, like the TV shows, the movies and stuff, they try their best. They really do. But I feel like we don't get as much as we deserve. You know what I mean?
still better than your justice ever did.
Stop
Because like the shit is really bad in Gotham. Like people don't understand. It's really fucking bad.
pretending you care about this city. You're not fighting for fairness. You're taking revenge. You failed to fix Gotham, so you decided to punish it instead.
I didn't choose. It was luck. It was fate.
You think that leaving
Yes, we
everything
get
to
it, bro.
luck
We
takes away the
get it,
guilt.
bro.
That if the coin decides, you don't have to. But that's the lie, Harvey. You can't escape choice. Even when you flip your coin, you're choosing to do it. The same way we can't escape luck. We can't escape choice. My second claim is this. Justice doesn't need killing.
I mean-
I've seen what revenge
I mean, chat, tell me, like, you think he's wrong? You think he's right? Like, let me know.
looks like from both sides, and it never heals. If we answer murder with murder, we become the very thing we fight.
If you killed a killer, you're no better than them. You ever get tired of that line? Or do you just record it once and play it back every time someone dies because you didn't pull the trigger? If I got $1 every time that happened, I'd be richer than you, Bruce.
You think ending a
See, I'm one of the few people that agrees with the whole Batman no kill stuff, you know? Because, like, yeah, you may have, like, your specific set of heroes that do killing, and in their context and their, you know, rooted, like, ideology, it makes sense, and it's like, okay, you know, you can agree. But for Batman, for this city that he works for, the city that he operates in, having that no killing rule and stuff, like, it's instilled, it's kind of like a it's kind of like a beacon of what Gotham truly is and what it needs to be. You know what I mean? You can't just strip that away from him. You can make a story out of it. That's why we have, you know, like various different stories and stuff that we see the rule being tested on him. But like overall, stripping him of that rule, that just doesn't make Batman Batman. It kind of makes him like something else.
life makes the world cleaner? You think it erases what they've done?
No, it just stops them from doing it again.
You kill one murderer, and tomorrow there's another, maybe worse. I've seen where that road goes.
Batman's no-kill policy is well documented. Wayne Enterprises, however, appears exempt from it, with overseas subsidiaries linked to fatal factory incidents, child labor, and pollution-driven wildlife deaths. Company leadership maintains that while Batman swore never to kill, Wayne Enterprises swore to maximize shareholder value. Damn.
You start
It's
thinking
kinda hard
every
being
death you cause
Batman
balances
and
some
Bruce Wayne at the same
imaginary
time.
scale. That's not justice, Jason. That's delusion.
You know what's
Whoa, you don't gotta say his name, nigga. You in front of other villains. Whoa, chill out, bro. You don't gotta reveal his identity.
funny, Bats? You call it your one rule, the sacred line you won't cross. But that rule, it breaks itself. Every time you drag some psycho back to Arkham just so he can...
Wait a minute, did they lost continuity on this, bro? Why is Bane smaller? What the fuck? They lost continuity on this. Bane is extra small.
escape again, someone else ends up in a body bag. You don't pull the trigger, sure, but the gun still goes off.
Statistics prove that eliminating killers does, in fact, reduce future killings. However, Red Hood's participation in this strategy has statistically balanced the numbers back to zero.
And you just stand there, pretending your hands are clean, while Gotham bleeds for your
Killing
morality.
ends the problem before you ever have to understand it. It's a shortcut that pretends to be justice, but it's not. You're not doing this to save people, Jason. You're doing it because it's easy.
And it works. You keep swinging that stick hoping they'll learn their lesson. I give them a bullet and make sure they don't forget it. You talk about hard choices, but I live them. Don't ever think I'm softer than you. I'm hard.
Who he feeling like? Wait a minute. Oh, hold on now. Who he feeling like? He said, listen, nigga, you ain't gonna make me a bitch. Nah, like who he feeling like? Jason, who he feeling like? Nigga, who you feeling like? He letting his nuts hang right now, bro.
Works.
Doing this to save people, Jason.
He said, "Don't
You're
talk
doing
on
it
my
because
name."
it's easy.
And it works.
I'm not
You keep
pussy,
swinging that
nigga.
stick hoping they'll learn their lesson. I give them a bullet and make sure they don't forget it.
Damn.
You talk about hard choices, but I live them.
Damn.
Don't ever think I'm softer than you.
Damn.
I'm harder than you'll ever be. So stop.
Damn. He said I'm hard. Yo. He said I'm harder than you'll ever be. What the fuck? Largely true, Red Hood's proven harder to break than Batman himself, though historically a crowbar. Come on now, Jubilee. Come on now, Jubilee. Like, why y'all do my man's like that, bro? Like, he talking his shit. He getting on his head top, and y'all over putting the facts. Like, yo, listen, his weakness is a crowbar. Like, I swear I hate niggas, bro. Like, niggas be doing the
dancing around it. You keep saying killing begets killing. Fine,
bro.
but prove it. Tell me this: if you had absolute certainty, one bullet, one man, and every murder in Gotham stopped forever, would you do it?
I wouldn't. Because this isn't a math problem you solve with one act. It's a question of what we...
I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was gonna say, this ain't a math problem, you bitch. I thought he was gonna...
Every murder in Gotham stopped forever.
Counter deflect.
Would you do
I
it?
wouldn't. Because this isn't a math problem you solve with one act. It's a question of what we teach a city about itself. Kill one man, even with a guarantee, and you have written a law into the world. Someone may die, so the rest may live.
You know what this sounds like? So fact check says philosophers agree refusing to stop all murder by killing one guy because of whatever he's saying right now is, quote, the stupidest shit we've ever heard. You know what that sounds like? Like, I'm not even gonna say who and what that sounds like, but I just know in the future when people dig up this VOD, the smart ass niggas for the time period that we're in, keep in mind it's October 2025. When niggas dig up this VOD and when they look at this and they read it and the fact that I'm pointing it out, think about who this was referring to. Think about who this is referring to. It's not a defense of who this is referring to. It's more so saying like, yo, like that's kind of ironic. That's kind of ironic.
Who gets to decide when that's justified? Who watches the watchers when the scale tips in the other direction?
Ooh.
My third claim is
Who
that
watches the
Gotham's
watchers
greatest
when
battle isn't fought in
who
its
watches
streets.
the watchers, bro?
It's fought in its mind.
Wait, that's
Is
crazy.
that Gotham's greatest battle isn't fought in its streets. It's fought in its mind. People here are ruled by fear. It poisons every thought, every choice. They need a symbol strong enough to make fear itself.
He said symbol. Why you say it like that?
Every choice. They need a symbol strong enough to make fear itself afraid.
Fear?
That's what I became.
No, Batman. Gotham isn't ruled by fear. It's ruled by stupidity. Fear is just the symptom. The real disease is ignorance.
Now, what expert is looking into Gotham's stupidity rate? What expert is looking into that? Experts confirm Gotham's stupidity rate drops 60% every time the Riddler gets arrested, which happens after every single riddle. Their stupidity rate drops 60% every time he's arrested. Nigga.
The city doesn't rot because people are scared. It rots because they don't think.
People can learn. Given the chance, they rise above the chaos.
Really? You've spent years watching them set their own houses on fire just to keep warm, and you still think they'll rise above? Gotham isn't a city of victims. It's a city of fools who've earned their place in the dirt.
You sound like the very corruption you claim to despise. Intelligence doesn't give you the right to stand above people.
And yet here you are, a genius billionaire who literally stands above the city every night. Don't pretend you're not part of the hierarchy, Bruce. You inherited the top floor and then built yourself a taller one.
I use what I have to protect those who don't.
You protect them from what? Their own bad decisions? You keep saving people from consequences they earned. My riddles test the mind, Batman.
I mean, technically, you could say that like about real life. You know what I mean? A lot of these consequences are earned by people for doing stupid decisions, making stupid choices. Let's just look, for instance, Valkyrie. All right, I'm done, Cliff Furman.
their own bad decisions.
I'm done, Cliff
You keep
Farman.
saving
I'm
people
done.
from consequences they
It's
earn.
over. Show's over. Go
My
home.
riddles test the mind, Batman.
The Riddler claims his puzzles separate the geniuses from the fools. Data shows that answering gun, death, or explosion gets you 80% of the way to genius. I feel like that gets you closer to buffoon, no?
They separate those who think from those who just react. You patch leaks in a sinking ship and call it heroism. But you never ask why the ship keeps sinking. I'll tell you why. Because the passengers can't stop drilling holes.
You think intelligence is an excuse to stop caring. You think Gotham's chaos comes from lack of intellect. It doesn't. It comes from greed, desperation, power, all the same vices you drown in.
And all of them require stupidity to survive.
You're forgetting that empathy is intelligence too. The ability to understand beyond yourself.
Empathy is the mind's worst distraction.
You mistake cynicism for insight. Gotham isn't stupid. It's lost, and lost things can be found. There is nothing this city needs more than a symbol, and I am that symbol.
Damn, he just cooking, bro, this whole time, bro. Batman claims Gotham citizens need a symbol. However, socioeconomic data suggests what they primarily need are stable employment. He said these niggas need proper jobs, bro. They're getting paid $8 an hour just to work at a fucking deli. Affordable housing and access to basic health care. You want to know the funny part about it, right? Is hearing that, you want to know where Gotham City is based in, or where it's at? If you look on the Wikipedia, it says Gotham City, New Jersey. How about that? Look at that, Gotham City, New Jersey. That's dude. That's a commentary on how bad the state is.
Not because I'm smarter or richer or stronger,
Holy
but because
shit.
I stand for something every broken mind in this city still remembers: how to feel hope.
Then riddle me this, Batman. If the city can
Then riddle me this, Batman.
be found, why does it need a detective to keep looking? Because Gotham doesn't think.
Then I'll keep fighting until...
Well, I mean, the detective looks because it's still lost. That's what he's trying to say.
If the city can be found, why does it need a detective to keep looking?
Because it's still lost. That's how it works. If a problem isn't solved, then, you keep cracking.
Because Gotham doesn't think.
Then I'll keep fighting until it does.
The problem with you, Batman, is that you want to save people.
Yo, lock him under the jail, bro. Lock this nigga under the jail. We saw what you did in that series, bro. We saw what you did on that HBO series. I'm tired of this nigga. Yo, word on everything. Anybody else happy that this motherfucker's gonna get fucked up in the next movie? Anybody else happy? I know he's not in the movie. I know he's not in it. But something tells me he's gonna get fucked the fuck up, bro.
Who don't want to be saved. Gotham's
Yo.
not a city of criminals. It's a city of survivors.
Damn.
Everyone down here's just doing what they have to. What you call crime is actually ambition. They don't want your justice. They want a chance to crawl out of the mud in the only way they know how.
I've seen enough of this city to know people aren't born bad. It's the weight of their world that twists them. But
That's what I've been saying in general overall to people, bro. That's what I've been saying overall. It's not that people are bad. It's not that I might even get more extreme about it and stuff. It's not the fact that a racist technically is straight up a racist. It's not that somebody of hatred is technically someone of hatred. They're not born that way. They're formed and molded and shaped into that. No one is inherently, good or bad. It's a divine line. It's about choices and action and what makes us who we are, what makes us people. They become what they are because they're molded into it. They're formed. They're shaped. They're created. You know what I mean? Like I always talk about this and stuff. So it's hard for me technically to be like completely mad towards people when they have like different opinions and different views and they be feeling a different way. Sure, you don't like it. Sure, I don't like, somebody coming up and being crazy about my skin color. I don't like it. But like I can understand that, like deep down inside, if this person was like, if they were in like a different environment, no way, and I mean like no way in hell they will end up what you see before you. You know what I'm saying?
But deep down, they still remember what's right. I've seen that spark. I know these people.
You know nothing about these people. You, a billionaire with a guilty conscience.
Bro, hey now. They don't know his name. They don't know his identity. Chill out. Chill out. I might have to sue you for character defamation.
You were born above the gutter.
I know
crawled
more than you
through
think.
it.
The people want something greater
I'm not gonna lie, bro. These AI voices are killing me, but they're
than comfort. They want order.
Order?
Something that reminds
For a
them
city
that
like
even in
Gotham? The only kind of order these animals understand is what you would call organized crime.
you call that
Reports show that Gotham's organized crime employs more residents than the city government. So, Chicago. Chicago is one of the few sectors with full job security, though the exit process is notably permanent. So basically what they're saying is like, yeah, you join the life of crime, you die by the life of crime. You can't exit.
Which,
order?
in case you haven't noticed, is exactly what I'm trying to do.
Nothing poisons Gotham more than the empire you're trying to build.
And yet that same poison feeds more families than your government ever did. My kind of business gives people purpose, power, pay. I've done more for this city's poor than your justice ever could. My way may be dirty, but at least it plays by the rules of nature. And that...
This is like what Sophie Rain tells herself in the mirror every single day when she donates to these nonprofit organizations. She's like, yeah, it's dirty, but it gets the job done. Like,
That's exactly what Gotham needs.
The underworld is the worst place in Gotham,
Shout out to
ruled
her.
by the worst people this city can breed.
Maybe if you weren't such a pain in the ass and let me run that underworld, it'd be better for everyone.
You run in the
Mr. Cobblepop's absence from Gotham's criminal hierarchy is not primarily due to Batman's interference, but rather a unanimous vote, a please absolutely not from Gotham's organized crime families. That is true. When you look in the comics, people, I mean, technically we've seen this in the actual TV show. We've seen it in many different incarnations of the comic books and of the general lore. People just don't like the Cobblepot name. They don't like Oswald whatsoever. They don't see him as a leader. They just see him they see him as a formality of circumstances and of the city. They'll never give him any type of true legitimate cred. They're not scared of him. Internal reports cite leadership deficits, zero charisma, and a nickname situation.
And let me run that underworld, it'd be better for everyone.
This is why
You
names
run in
matter.
the underworld would be like asking the fire to guard the matches.
At least I'd give the people what they truly want. The freedom to fight, to take, to earn. You're the one trying to shove your code down their throats.
My fourth claim.
I like how it went from employment and I'm helping the streets be fed and get their due diligence to like, yeah, they can be free and just cause chaos. That's the issue with Gotham, bro. It always roots itself back to chaos. They use these like key words like employment and hierarchy and standard as this type of like barrier, this margin for like how everything is so much perfect if this guy wasn't trying to stop them, if he wasn't trying to make order. Like, dude, the real stupidity.
Is that chaos isn't the truth of Gotham. Order is. Even after all the madness, all the destruction, there's still structure worth defending. Without rules, without purpose, this city isn't free.
That sounds like New York. Now that sounds like New York, bro.
Order. That's
Oh,
all you ever
God.
talk about. You wrap people
Uh-oh.
in rules because you're terrified of what happens without them. You don't want order, Bats. You want control.
Control keeps people safe.
Safe? No one's safe. You think you can build a cage big enough to keep the world from cracking? You're not saving Gotham. You're delaying the punchline. Everyone's one bad day away from realizing the joke.
Studies suggest that if one bad day were truly all it took to create another Joker, Gotham would now be 98% supervillains. I mean,
None of this makes
You think
sense.
I don't see that? You think I don't know how absurd this all is? I do. I know none of it makes sense. But that's exactly why I fight. Because if the world refuses to make sense, then I'll force it to.
Force
I'll give it meaning.
That's your plan? You can't bully the world into behaving. You can't scare chaos into order. You build your little systems, your rules, your symbols, but the moment you blink, it all falls apart. Because people want it to. They're not built for balance. They're built to break. It takes is one bad day, and they remember what they really are. You keep trying to save them from that truth, but deep down, you know it. They're all me, waiting for their turn.
You can play the nihilist all you want, but that's not why you do it. You don't spread chaos because you believe in it. You do it because it serves you. Because as long as the world burns, you get to pretend the fire means something. You don't want to prove that everyone's like you. You just want to drag them down far enough that you can
I
stop
don't
feeling
use
alone.
chaos. I belong to it. The world isn't built on order. Order's just a trick we tell ourselves to sleep at night. You fight chaos because you're terrified of it. Because deep down, you know it's stronger than you are. But me, I stopped being afraid a long time ago. No rules, no control, no illusion of safety. Just the truth, raw and honest. You call it madness, I call it
Chaos
freedom.
doesn't build. It only burns.
But burning is building. You just haven't accepted it yet. You
Damn.
still think you can draw lines in the fire and make it behave. But one day, you'll see what I see. That the flames don't destroy the city, they reveal it. You and I just handle the truth differently. I've already accepted it. You're still fighting it. But you will, eventually.
Maybe you're right,
Everyone
Joker.
does.
Maybe one day I'll see what you see. But if that day ever comes, then Gotham really will be lost. Until then, I'll keep fighting the fire. Not because I think I can stop it, but because someone has to stand in the smoke and remind this city it's still worth.
damn, he's just gonna cut it off like that.
There's more to love with you.
Let me go back. I want to read that last.
I'm Batman, and today I'm surrounded.
I want to read that last bit of fact check. So it says, eventually you'll see, he said back in 1939. 85 years later, Batman still hasn't seen, but DC sure has the profits. Yo, that's kind of a fourth wall break. You can't use that. Come on now, you know you can't use that. You technically can't use that. That's so fourth dimensional. I like Joker with the locks. Nigga, you look like Joker. I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to like pop off on you like that. Like, I'm sorry. Holy shit. Let's not start, Jake. Yeah, I know, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, nigga. Damn, bro.